Mali tumetoka.
My name is Phyllis Njeri Gitahi, and I'm a beneficiary of the I&M and Palm House Foundation Scholarship. They sponsored me for my high school, and I'm really glad to be here today. I received the Palm House I&M scholarship when I was around 14 years old. I was in St. Mary's Girls Primary School in Nakuru, and I had this mathematics teacher. Her name is Shemak. We had gone through a number of scholarships, and I missed all of them. And these ones were the ones that my dad himself had gone to search for. And then I can't remember really talking to my teacher that much, but she was a really good friend of mine. I didn't even have to tell her, so she just called me one day, told me on the D-Day, like, come to place X and X, and you're going to have an interview, you're going to say a little bit about yourself, and then hopefully you're going to get it. And I went there and I got the scholarship. I needed the scholarship at the time because my dad was the sole breadwinner of our family, and my mom was not feeling quite well, so she couldn't contribute per se. And we were 5 siblings at the time. I can't remember the fees in exact, but it was quite high, so it didn't make sense for him to manage that and also keep taking care of all of the 7 of us. I'd say that having to relieve my dad of his responsibility basically at such a tender age, it was not a big deal to me. Like, I genuinely wanted to. He tells me, you see, because I have younger siblings, he tells me, like, I shouldn't stress over them. As I'm studying, I should do it for me, like, for my future and everything. But I know, like, Nina Paso, like, I feel I should. I've seen him do already so much. To me, it is a lot. Trust me, it is a lot. So I feel good when I do that. After we finish every term of high school, we used to meet all the students who were sponsored by Palm House at that time for mentorship. So I remember the first time that I went, we were given a foolscap, and you were supposed to write a letter to your sponsor. So in my head, I'm like, I thought it's Palm House, but then they said no. I think I asked someone, I don't remember really, but yeah, that was when I was told about that it was I&M. And then at that time, no one had come from I&M, but I think the next time, that was the second term of my first year in high school, I&M Bank came. I think we had a little session after the group mentorship with everyone was there. So yeah, I think that was my first interaction with I&M. The most outstanding thing for me during the mentorship programs were the one-on-one sessions. And like, we were given the chance to sit down and talk to a doctor, no consultation fee. Like, you could actually speak to the doctor, you could speak to CEOs, you could speak to literally anybody you dreamt to be. And I don't remember the specific names, but I remember each of them used to tell me, you can be me, you can be better than me. And that coming from a person who's already made it, it was really better than even hope. It was, I can actually do it, like, really I can. For some reason, me going through the whole, sponsorship program and everything, I think it's made me a better person. I can relate better with Dad, and I think I even have words to tell him, because I got the words while I was being mentored, and that's beautiful. I love that. I'd like to say a few words to Cha Emma Bichanga. She was the teacher who told me about the Palm House sponsorship and under I&M, and I would really like to thank you. Your call on that day, probably you didn't know, how much I needed this scholarship, but your efforts, you following up on your students, on me, to know what I need, to know that I really needed this scholarship, and for you to go a step ahead and even to find me this scholarship, I am really, really grateful, and I would really like to urge, all the teachers, or basically anybody in a position of power, like if you have the ability to influence people, I'd kindly ask for you to, take keen interest in each and every one of the ones under you, because you never know, you might really impact them a huge way, such as how Shema impacted my life. To the Palm House I&M Foundation, I have been able to make really, really good friends. And I was so happy that today I was called here, just me and Kerry. So I'm really grateful for this organization and the fact that it helped me get such amazing friends.
I am the future.